There's a lot of stories of ghost sightings of children in this house. Okay, maybe this place is haunted.
I heard kids' voices. People have recorded kids' voices in here.
Hello? Is there someone down here with me? Whoa.
What was that? Hey, what's up you guys? Dave and Ryan here.
And welcome to our paranormal quest. We're here in Fremont, Ohio, at one of the most haunted houses that we've investigated over the years. We've returned to the Bihl Manor.
That's right, we're back here at the Bihl Manor. It's been several years since we've been here, and we're excited to be back here and learn of some of the new things, the new hauntings, new objects that are maybe out throughout the house here. And I think we're excited to get started with this one tonight. What do you think, Ryan?
Yeah, I mean, the thing about the Bihl Manor is this house has so much history. Built in the 1890s, had multiple owners, some of them passing away in the house, some of them whose spirits are said to still haunt this place to this day. But then, the house's history took a little bit more of a unique turn when the house was turned into an orphanage of sorts for unwanted children, for disabled children, both mentally and physically, for sick children. There's a lot of stories of paranormal activity and ghost sightings of kids, of children in this house that people have reported for decades. And I think the history of this place is so unique, it adds an element to the stories of paranormal activity here that you don't get with every other haunted house, at least that we've investigated. So I'm excited to see what we capture here tonight. But first, we need to go talk to Carlo and see, the owner, Carlo, and see exactly what he has to tell us about the history of this place and some of the stories of paranormal activity that he and other people have experienced over the years.
That's right, but guys, before we go and meet up with Carlo, make sure that you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, because more than 50% of you guys are watching the episodes and you're not subscribed. It's simple and easy to do, and it helps us out. And make sure you share the link to this video wherever you can. Share it with all of your friends. And leave us a comment down below. What's the most terrifying haunted house that you've ever been in? You ready to go meet up with Carlo?
Let's go talk to him.
So the house was built in 1898 by a gentleman named Jerome Bihl out of Toledo, Ohio. He was a businessman. Fremont was like an up-and-coming area. So, President Hayes moved in and started building. So Bihl was one of the guys that came in and built this home and opened up a music shop and a jewelry shop here in town. He was here to 1922. There was one known death with the Bihl family here. They had a stillborn. In 1922, the home was sold to the Wolf family. They were out of Lindsay, Ohio. They owned a granary. They were a very wealthy family. They lived here to 1966. There's 3 known deaths with them here. Actually, Daisy's mother actually walked to the front door and passed away. She had a heart attack. Clarence died in the house in 1942. I'm not sure where. And then in 1966, Daisy died in her bedroom downstairs. After that, it was sold to Lucas County Children's Group. It became an orphanage. It was an orphanage for the first 10 years. You had normal kids here, and they would also have newborns, which they would foster until they were adopted out. Then after that, it became the Harmony House. It was a group home / orphanage. So now you had mentally challenged kids here, sick children, and unwanted kids all mixed up in this house. From what I was told with some of the neighbors, when it was a group home, it wasn't a very good place to be. After that, it became a bed and breakfast for so many years. Then a family bought it. They lived here for a few years. They moved out, sat empty for like 10 years, and I ended up purchasing it. The reason I purchased it because I wanted a bigger house. The house I live in is very small. So when I bought this, I had no idea the history. I remember walking through the door, and I seen like fire extinguishers or the fire alarms and the sprinkler systems. And I asked the realtor, I was like, what is this place? And he said it was a bed and breakfast. So when I ended up buying, I started noticing things in here. And I knew there was more to the story because I started seeing shadow figures. I would hear kids' voices. I would hear running around. I actually seen a full body apparition standing on the landing down here. There was a boy with red hair, black suit and white shirt, and he had dress shoes on. And so that kind of made me think this more to the story. So I started doing a lot of research on here, and I found it was an orphanage. And that's why I was like, well, this house needs work. So being a paranormal investigator myself, I've raised a lot of money doing all these events and stuff for other people. I decided to open it up to other teams to do research here, and all the money we make goes into the house. We put a lot of work into this place.
So recently, one of the things that we heard about is this house, Bihl Manor, was featured on a very notable paranormal TV program. Ghost Adventures, House Calls is what it's called. Now, in that episode, they talked a little bit about these bones, and in the episode, they implied that Carlo unearthed these bones. Now, we wanted to take a moment on camera to say, because Carlo was very upset with the way that was portrayed, because he did not unearth these bones in this house. It didn't come from the property or the grounds. These bones, which he has right here in this case, he actually found them in a box. And it was a box from the previous owner who collected medical supplies and medical records and things. And these are literally, they are human bones, but they were used for medical teaching. So they're actually used in medical schools to show people this is what the bones look like. And they have the actual, I don't know if you can see that on that particular bone, but there's a hole where they would have pieced them together into the medical skeletons. So they're not bones from the house's history. He didn't find bones in the walls here. Has nothing to do with the history of Bihl Manor, besides the previous owner had them here in the house and he found them in a box.
Like, we knew that you guys had probably seen the episode of the TV show from here at Bihl Manor. And when we uploaded this, we figured you would probably be asking questions like, why didn't you do an investigation with the unearthed bones? And why didn't you show us the unearthed bones? And we just wanted, like Ryan said, to help set the record straight that they were not unearthed bones. They were already here.
Right. And I think that's one of the big problems, especially with a lot of the content, whether it be internet produced content or television content, is that everyone that is filming these videos wants to get a dramatic story, right? And these human bones are a way to create a dramatic story. Carlo told the production that they were not unearthed from the house. He told them the full story, but they portrayed it in the episode inaccurately from the story that he told them. So we wanted to come on camera and set the record straight of the real story of these bones rather than what was told in the television program. There was also a lot of people that watched the television program that were upset with Carlo because they said he didn't disclose the fact that he was a paranormal investigator, when the fact is he did. For 2 hours he told them about how he was a paranormal investigator in his interview. They just didn't include that in the episode.
Yeah. There's a light right there. And there's another light down there, so it'll give you more light.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot of toys. People keep bringing toys in here.
That's crazy. Have you ever had any activity or any experiences with what you believe to be some of the children from the orphanage?
I've had experiences with the children. I actually found footprints of a child that walked on the carpet in here. I heard kids' voices. People have recorded kids' voices in here throughout the whole house, really. We see shadow figures, very small shadow figures. A lot of times it's in this room. They run across the wall over here. I usually see them down the hallway, peeking around the corner. So there is a lot of spirit energy of children here.
And where do you feel like that is concentrated the most? Here on the second floor, is there a part of the house where there's more activity?
I believe each floor in this house has its own type of activity. The children's are up here quite a bit, but also in the basement. So those two floors. The first floor I would think is more, I believe maybe Daisy's there. I'm not sure. I haven't documented that, but there's a taller shadow figure that's been seen downstairs on the first floor. In the attic, people tell me they get some children's stuff also.
So your experiences that you've had here in particular, what was the first experience that you had in here where you thought, okay, maybe this place is haunted?
So the very first experience I had here was the day I got the keys. I was excited. I got this big house. I signed the papers, got my keys, came over here right away. I walked through the front door, and I'm in the dining room downstairs, and I hear somebody walking around up here, and it was pretty loud. And I'm like, so I remember the realtor telling me that the previous owner is supposed to come and get the boiler. And I'm like, well, boiler's in the basement. So I called my girlfriend. I'm like, think someone's in the house. She's like, we'll go up there and look. I'm like, I ain't going up there and look. So I started yelling up the stairs, and nobody was in the house. I actually came up here and it was empty, but you could hear physical walking through this house.
Has that ever happened since? Is that something that people pick up on frequently here?
You do hear a lot of walking around. I know a lot of times when you're in a basement, you'll hear somebody running around upstairs. I've heard walking around in here, doors opening and closing. I heard a door slam one day. A big thing I've heard and I have experienced is like furniture being dragged up here. I'll be downstairs and it literally sounds like somebody's dragging a couch or a bed across, and I come up here and there's nothing even moved, but it sounds like something's being dragged across the floor.
From what you've done in your research, were there any deaths when this was an orphanage?
So I did talk to a historian. He told me that a boy either committed suicide or had an accidental death here. I can't find no documents on that because they were county owned or city owned. I would probably have to go to Lucas County and maybe dig, but I need names. Because I don't think they're just going to give me a big folder and say dig through it and try to find something like that. So I haven't personally documented anything myself just because I think it would take a lot of research, even if I could get anything like that.
You want to go down first, or you want me to go down first?
You can go down first.
Okay.
I want to be filming you in the event that any spiders are visible.
Well, I already felt a web.
This is important for the video to get any reactions to any of our 8-legged friends here.
Well, what sucks is I'm so blinded I can't see.
I don't know where he said they were.
Excuse me.
For basement only. This is the room that he was talking about, the room that has all the colors painted on the wall here. You got blue wall over here, red wall over here. And from what he said, he said the kids that were here during the orphanage days, those with developmental disabilities, would be locked in this room for their playtime so they couldn't wander out and wander throughout the house. So when they came in here for playtime, they shut the door and locked it, which is an interesting way to keep the children in here.
It's the room that's got the green floor, the blue wall, and the red wall. What I've been told was the mentally challenged kids were actually put in there. That was like a play area, and they would lock them in there because they didn't want to wander around getting hurt. But the back room there has definitely got more activity to me. That's where I would go.
Yeah.
I do have, in the other room, I do have Bobby Mackey's stuff also, some of Carl's stuff down there.
So for those that are fans of the paranormal, you will remember the famous haunted nightclub in Wilder, Kentucky, Bobby Mackey's Music World. And Carlo actually went to an auction and bought this stuff because the building was demolished. And this is stuff that was Carl Lawson's, the caretaker of Bobby Mackey's. His chair, which is seated right here, and then the door to his apartment, I guess. Or a door from his apartment.
You guys hear that? I'm like shuffling back in here, I think. To my right.
Feeling extremely uncomfortable. Have you noticed any type of changes here since you brought those items in?
No, not personally, but I collect that.
Sure.
So, I drove all the way from Bobby Mackey's with my friend in the car, and we're here. But, I think it's a real cool piece of history of the paranormal. So I wanted to bring something back. I don't know if Carl would actually be haunting the door or the chair, but you can try it and see if you get anything. But I personally don't think so. That's my opinion on that.
Okay.
It's set up a lot differently than it was last time, but the mirror is still here. And you might remember from that episode, we actually sat down in the chair, stared into the mirror, and tried scrying.
Are you kidding me?
What?
I literally had a wide shot the whole time, went to zoom in on your face, and it blipped. Can you do that again?
Can you knock that over? Looks like you're having fun with it. Just like any good toy, we'll see if it bounces. A little harder. Push it. Just give it a kick. So who knows? I mean, there's a lot of claims of activity in this house. There's a lot of reason for the Bihl Manor to be haunted. And I think tonight is going to be a good way for us to return and see if we can capture any paranormal activity in one of Ohio's most haunted houses.
I'm ready to get into this one. If you guys are ready, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment down below, and let's jump into this.
Let's get started. All right, so we have the cameras set up. We have 2 cameras here in Bihl Manor. As you can see, we have the music box here on the 2nd floor. This is an area known for the children, a lot of spiritual activity from what's said to be the children that were here when it was a home for unwanted or sick children. People experience a lot of stuff up here with what they believe to be spirits of children. So we have toys set up, and we are going to be running on Ghost Chatter up here, which is an app developed by our friend Connor Biddle of Paranormal Encounters. It's going to be speaking and asking questions. Now just remember, what it asks is not a spirit response. This is simply giving us a way to ask questions while we're not in here. So if you find that interesting and you might want that for your own investigations, go to the App Store, iOS, or the Google Play Store and download Ghost Chatter. It's free.
Yeah, do it.
And then we have a camera in the basement room, whatever Carlo called it, the colored wall room where they would have the children in there. They'd lock them in for their playtime so they wouldn't wander through the house. So
yeah, and we've got a Melmeter down there, as well as Bob the Egg, as you guys so aptly name.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what happens when this house is completely alone with cameras rolling, and we're gonna go outside. So
We are.
let me go ahead and start on Ghost Chatter. I'll let you do your thing, Dave, while I'm getting ready to start on Ghost Chatter.
I have a thing.
You do have a thing.
Oh.
We're leaving!
Oh, God. God.
We're leaving! We're both a little hoarse today.
Yeah, sorry, guys.
All right, we are officially ready and we are leaving the house. So let's go ahead and leave these cameras alone inside Bihl Manor and see what they capture
Let's do it.
inside this haunted house.
Here, man.
Oh.
I'll help you.
Gotta unlock the door. In the car we go.
All right.
We are in.
We are in, everybody. It's, hopefully there's some cool stuff going on down in there. Hopefully there's some cool activity going down in there while we're not there, and hopefully the spirits of Bihl Manor come out and talk.
I hope so.
Are you happy that Carlo is keeping the house in good condition? If you can see an open door, can you slam it closed?
So the one thing that I wanted to mention, since we first came to Bihl Manor in 2022, Carlo has always said that he is 100% against the whole demon craze, and there's been teams that have come in here and have claimed that there are demonic forces inside the house, or they were scratched by a demon at Bihl Manor, and he is vehemently against the idea that there's anything demonic here. He feels like if there's anything that touches, grabs, bites, scratches, that it could be the spirit of a curious child, considering that there were children who had developmental disabilities that were here, children that were very sick, and that, you know, children who want attention lash out, grab people, scratch people, bite people, whatever. But I will also say that the house itself has a lot of history, and I'm excited to see what these cameras are picking up in here, because if there are ghosts or spirits left behind from the history of this house, hopefully they'll talk to us.
Hopefully, that would be nice. It would be cool to go back in there and, like, the cameras are toppled over and, I don't know, stuff stapled to the ceiling. And
God, the ghosts are... They have a stapler.
They do. They got a staple gun.
Watch out.
Did you like living here with the other children?
We left these cameras alone here inside the Bihl Manor for 45 minutes while we sat in the car monitoring the outside of the house. Surprisingly, the house is extremely quiet. None of the equipment goes off. There's no movement or footsteps to be heard, and none of Ghost Chatter's questions are answered.
We'd love to talk to Daisy Wolf. Are you here?
Despite the quiet and uneventful circumstances inside the house. Outside, we notice something concerning. I mean, there's a lot of reasons for there to be energy left behind in this house that have evolved over, at this point, a century and like 130 years. Over 130 years of history, so...
Somebody just, like, purposefully parked right behind us.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Someone just parked behind us here. I mean, we're in the driveway of Bihl Manor, so I don't know why they're just pulling. Oh, they're backing up. Are they?
No, they're just sitting there.
They're just sitting there parked behind us?
Mm-hmm.
Is it a cop?
Doesn't look like it.
That's a bit bizarre.
Yeah, that's a little creepy. What are you doing?
So they just drove off.
They did. I don't know what that was all about. That was kind of creepy.
Yeah, they parked literally at the end of the driveway right behind us, and they sat there for a few minutes, actually. And then they just suddenly decided to turn around, or not turn around, but back up. They reversed, and then they drove off.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe they just recently saw the TV show episode that this was on and wanted to see it, but...
Maybe, or maybe they've seen it on YouTube or something and just drove by to want to see it, but it was just very weird timing.
It was weird timing.
But yeah, they just drove off, so... Thought I might have to... We may end up having an ordeal here, but it didn't end up that way.
Yeah, thankfully. I don't know. Weird. Oh, they just went down that way. So are they going to come back? No, that will... No. I don't know. We'll check back in if we die. Or, no, we won't, but... Imagine the kids that got to trick or treat at this house growing up.
I know, this would be insane. I mean, this beautiful front door right here. Just walking up on this porch to get candy. In we go.
We're back.
We're back. Let's go see if anything is disturbed up here. The door's still open. All right. Well, let's go ahead and tear this stuff down. Let's get started with the investigation with us inside the house to see what we capture.
Let's do it.
Scooch in here. All right, so it's time for us to get started with this investigation. What are you doing, trying to kiss me?
No, I was just making the stupidest face. Let's start that over. I was like...
All right, so we were getting ready to get started with this investigation here at Bihl Manor. We're going to start by going upstairs to the second floor. The second floor is, of course, where all the children are heard from. A lot of footsteps are heard up there and a lot of disembodied voices. So hopefully we capture some paranormal activity up there.
Hopefully, let's go try it out.
Let's go.
I've got a bag full of equipment here, and Miss Molly is in there.
That's right, we're going to offer up our soon-to-be haunted doll to hopefully any children that are up here. Whoa.
What was that?
Mail by Molly.
Oh, wow. Yeah, we brought that baby doll for you. So if you want her, you can pick her up and give her a hug. Or play with her, whatever you want to do.
I literally set that up not just a minute and a half ago.
I know.
Not big enough.
Heard that before. Okay.
Okay, so I have in here set up, the mail just went off. And we have Miss Molly, the soon-to-be haunted doll, set up in this chair in the children's room with all the toys and stuff. Set up here with the piccolo as well, the EMF music box. So she has a couple of different devices around her. We want to make sure if there's any change in the environment around the doll that it's captured. And right now, as you'll see, there is no EMF. 0.0 milligauss. So no EMF interference right here in this chair.
Yeah. That was a bit strange that it went off.
It was.
Well, where do you think you want to start off? Right here, you said?
Yeah, let's start off. I mean, we already had activity in the children's room, but let's give it a minute out here to see if anything happens in there. Because if it's true what Carlo said, that it seems like you set something up in a room and you walk away, because he literally said that in his interview. You walk away or you move on and something happens back where you were.
Yeah.
Yeah, toys and like the REM pods. I've had people tell me like they'll put a REM pod in one area and they'll try to get them to touch it and they'll walk away and all of a sudden you hear it going off. It's almost like they're shy or something. They'll come up and touch it after you walk away and stuff. So.
Wow.
Well, if there are any children or adult spirits that might be here in the home, my name is Dave and this is Ryan, and we have been here before, but we decided to come back and try and talk to you. See if you wanted to come out and talk to us.
I was going to say we set up a doll in the room in there for any kids that want to touch the doll or play with the doll. I know it's new to you, so you might be really fascinated by it. We take that doll with us everywhere. It's been to a lot of different places, but tonight it's yours to play with. Her name is Molly. It's the name we gave her, so you can grab Molly, you can move her, you can sit with her. If you can see that chair.
What?
We haven't even been going for a minute and a half yet, and you're already wanting to switch camera operators.
Yeah, I just don't know what to say.
30 seconds in. Give it to me.
Don't clam up now.
I'm waiting for a response. Come on, dude, we're on a ghost hunt. We're trying to capture paranormal activity here.
We're silly, aren't we, guys?
It's a car. Or something. We also have music in this room right over here, and if you listen... You hear that pretty tune?
Oh, the EDI just went off.
Did it? Mm-hmm. You can make that happen too.
We're giving all the kids permission to be up past their bedtime, so come on out and talk with us.
We're here to have a party tonight. I heard something behind the camera over there, but it was very, very faint. It could have just been natural noises. I tell you what, if you remember us from when we were here last time, I know you probably have a lot of people visit you, but if you remember when we were here, can you touch one of the toys or make something happen around us? It's okay if you don't. If you think we're just another group of everyday blowhards, that's a term, right? Blowhard.
Maybe.
And you couldn't care less about us, can you make one of the devices go off or make something happen? We think your house is beautiful. We've heard the stories of Jerome Bihl and, of course, the Wolf family who owned this beautiful mansion. Is Daisy Wolf with us?
EDI is going crazy.
Oh, wow, yeah, it is. Oh, wow, look at that. It's all EMF, too.
Yeah.
We got a strong EMF signal right there.
You can knock that thing over if you want.
That wasn't alarmed like that, was it? We got 2 lights of EMF on. But now it's constant. No, it's 1 light of EMF.
Yeah, but it was like blinking.
Yeah, because it was spiking, but now it's just constant. Can you step away from that to make the blue light on that box turn off? Yeah, just take a few steps back away from it. Here, follow me.
I'm not sure if this is getting that or not. Oh yeah, it is cool.
Just don't know what. I'm going to say that might be some EMF signal.
It could be from this.
Because I got a constant 1 light on right now. I pick it up and it goes off. So let's go ahead and move that. It didn't do that when I set it down, so I wasn't aware that there was going to be some EMF interference there. Shoo, I tell you what, that antenna has seen better days.
It really has.
Just remember, it's okay to have a bent antenna.
It is. It's alright to have a bent antenna.
All antennas come in all shapes, sizes, and if yours is a little bent, it's okay, and you don't have to be self-conscious about it.
That's right.
You want to head into the kids' room there and maybe do an EVP session to see if we can capture any voices?
Yes. Okay. Into Daisy's room?
Yes. Is that whose room that was? Is Daisy's room?
Yes.
That's now set up like a nursery?
I believe. No, I think we're in the wrong room. Yeah, because there was a sign on the wall that said Daisy's room. I thought it was this one, but it's not. So let me go over here. Maybe I'll set it up.
You could always set it on the rocking horse.
Could set it on the horse.
My God.
Sorry. Somebody trying to get these kids smoking?
Shameful.
Bihl Manor children's room, setting the recorder on the horse, backing away,
Kicking more toys.
kicking more toys, and we are silent.
If there's anyone here with us, can you go ahead and walk up to that rocking horse and tell us your name or something about you so we know that you're here and you can hear us?
Can you tell us how old you are? Is there a toy in here that you really like? Can you see our doll that we brought sitting in the chair over there? Ending. All right. Do the old Adam Kimmel here.
All right, plane is back.
The Bihl Manor children's room, setting the recorder on the horse, backing away, kicking more toys, and we are silent. So if there's anyone here with us, can you go ahead and walk up to that rocking horse and tell us your name or something about you so we know that you're here and you can hear us? Can you tell us how old you are? Ending.
Nothing. It's all right, though. Got to be resilient. First EVP session yields nothing. Got to keep going.
That's right. If at first you can't remember the quote, don't say it. What was this? A room or a closet? Closet. All right, this is about as far as away we can go.
This is the bathroom that the previous owner before Carlo said that their children were afraid of.
Yeah, so this used to be a bedroom, and then it was remodeled into a bathroom. And he said that when it was a bedroom, none of the children wanted to stay in here because it was scary. So.
Is there a reason why the children were afraid of this room? If the kids were afraid of this room because there was someone in here, can you move something in here? Let me ask this, does anyone want to play a game of hide and go seek? If you want to play hide and go seek, can you do something to let us know or make one of the toys flash?
If you want to play hide and seek, like Ryan said, can you go up and give Miss Molly, our doll, a hug?
You can use our energy to make something happen. I don't know if that means anything or if that actually is anything, but in the past I've said that and had someone react to me. If there's any kids here, you're more than welcome to pull at us or scratch at us or whatever you need to do to get our attention. We want to know where you are.
Nobody's in trouble. Everybody's allowed to be out of their rooms.
So far, so quiet.
Mm-hmm.
This is just a bedroom that has some beds set up for investigators like us when we're done investigating to sleep in, but we don't mean to intrude in your space. We just would love to... There it is. Thank you. Could you please do that again for us so we know that it's you? We want to be respectful. You could move the doll if you want to. You could throw her on the floor, but please don't break her. She's fragile. Fragile. Do you speak Italian? Name that movie reference in the comments below.
It's my least favorite movie ever to exist.
Okay. Well, we got some action over there, so let's go see what that's all about.
See how we got excited when you made that thing light up like that? That's what we're wanting. So, if you could do that one more time for us, we would love that. Or any of the other things that we set up. Or if that was you confirming that you wanted to play hide and go seek, do that one more time so we know.
Oddly enough, I'm not really feeling anything up in this area.
Me either.
Maybe we should leave this camera here for a second, because I don't want to break it down or move it just yet, because we've only been recording for a very brief period of time. But maybe we should grab a couple pieces of equipment. Sorry, y'all, I'm having an allergy attack today. I'm having a bout of hay fever. And go up to the attic and see if we can have anything happen up there just for a few minutes while this is recording, because again, space.
All right, kids, we're going upstairs.
You can follow us if you want, but if not, you can play with the toys. So we're going to break out a piece of equipment out of the arsenal that we haven't used in a very long time. A year or so maybe. But we have the PSP-7 Pro. We're going to try and see if we can hear any voices that come through. Again, this sweeps through the stations. And the theory is, through ITC research, ITC communication, that spirits or energies can place their voice in the white noise. So if there's anyone here with us, this box in my hand, we think maybe, at least a lot of people think, or a few people think, you can talk through this. So can you go ahead and put your voice on here? Say something like good evening or hello. Did I just say hi, Ryan?
I thought I heard hi. I didn't hear the Ryan part, but...
I'll have to review that back. I could be going crazy. Which is entirely possible. But I thought I heard that. Did you just say hi, Ryan? You're welcome. I walked over here fully expecting this to be a room we could go into. I totally forgot it's just a little cubby with a window. The owner before Carlo said that there was one of their kids had their bedroom up here, but eventually had to move downstairs because they were too afraid up here in the attic. Why were they afraid?
Do we need to be afraid?
What did that say?
I don't know.
And if we don't hear your response, we might hear it later, so please, don't be afraid to speak to us. You don't have to be sorry. It's like a full sentence.
Mm-hmm. Carlo said we could come in here tonight. Do you like Carlo?
All the time.
All the time? They like Carlo all the time? I think it might be too loud up here in the attic with that air conditioner running to investigate up here.
Yeah.
Maybe we should head back down. I mean, obviously the only thing we could do, something like a spirit box up here, because we're not going to hear any noises or voices over top of that air conditioning unit.
Right.
So let's head back downstairs and see what's popping on the second floor.
Let's do it.
If anything.
Let's go.
Gotta not hit my head.
All right, we're back. Everybody come out and say boo! Everything seems as is.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? You want to break this stuff down and maybe head down a couple levels? And
Yeah, I think we definitely need to go completely dark when we go to the basement. So maybe we should switch over to completely night vision for this next session, and we'll investigate the first floor and the basement and see what happens, because nothing seems to be going on up here on this second floor.
not yet.
Maybe if we go down a level, we might hear those footsteps from up here that Carlo talked about.
Maybe.
Let's go fully dark and see what happens.
All right, guys, here we are. Full night shot, night vision. We are here on the first floor of Bihl Manor. Over here, we've got a camera set up with the piccolo in that room. We've got the music box. We've got the thing.
Spirit pod?
Spirit pod, that's what it's called.
On the bottom step there.
Yeah, and then we've got Miss Molly with her friends over here in the wheelchair. I said it like that. What is happening with me?
The wheelchair.
The wheelchair. We've also got the EDI meter in there with their doll baby. And before we started rolling, there was some activity on the EDI, but of course it was before we started rolling.
Yes, it was. I think it was just a pressure change in the air pressure, which could have been because the air conditioning shut off and you turned off the air conditioner.
Yes. And then we have the spirit egg, also known as Bob, right here. This TV is unplugged. I made sure to unplug it, so don't come for us on that. Yeah. You ready to get started?
I think I'm ready to get started. It is completely dark in here. We have no lights on. It's just the way we like it. Paranormal Quest does it in the dark. Let's get this session started.
Let's do it. Do you want me to film you, or?
Are we having a repeat of the last session? Literally, I just turned the camera around and he's already asking if he can have the camera.
Here's the thing, you guys. I am just a naturally very quiet person, so even after 15 years, I'm so quiet I don't know what to say on camera, but if you know me in real life, you know I'm a very quiet person, so I always just like to take the camera and film somebody who likes to talk, because that's not me, but all right.
If you want the camera, you can have it.
That's okay. I'll do my best.
Okay.
All right, guys. We're down here on the first floor with y'all now. I'm not sure who would have stayed down here, maybe the staff or maybe the older residents, I don't know, but we do have a doll right over here if you would like to go up to the doll and say hi, or maybe pick her up and give her a squeeze. Her name is Molly. If you like her, can you touch the bright light that's right beside her? Or if you like your doll better, can you touch the light that's by your doll? I also think the EDI is broken because there's no way it's in the 60s in here.
What do you think it is?
I'd say like 72.3. Can I have the camera?
If there's anyone here that can hear my voice, can you make a sound like this? Was that you?
Yeah.
Okay. Just like that, like this. We also have a music box set up right there in front of the door. It plays a pretty sound if you stand in the foyer, right in front of the door. We'll be able to hear the tune that it plays. Daisy. Was Daisy the one that passed away in the foyer?
Her mom.
Her mom, Daisy's mom. I can't remember her name.
I can't either, but the room behind you was Daisy's room.
Didn't you tell me that upstairs was Daisy's room when we were up there?
Yeah, but it's that one.
It's this one, okay. Well, Daisy, or if the mother of Daisy. I'm so sorry, man. We don't remember your name. Maybe you could remind us by speaking it out loud.
What was that?
I heard something back here. Hold on, hay fever. Excuse me. Is there someone in the bathroom? That sounded so creepy. I'm gonna just step out of there. If you made that noise, can you make another noise for us? Just lurks in. Is there someone in the bathroom?
We're just fun guys.
Thought I heard something back here. Mr. Bihl? Did we leave the door to the basement open?
Probably.
Okay. Just kind of second guess myself there for a second. Could you shut the door to the basement for us? We think we left it open. Are you okay?
I almost vomited. Sorry.
Because of the food?
I think so.
If there's a caretaker here, my friend is a bit sick. He's not feeling too well. He thinks he ate some bad food. Sold to him by a dog on the television. That speaks Spanish.
That died like 20 years ago.
That's true. Could someone please help him out? If there's anyone here that could speak to us or help him, can you make one of these lights in the other room go off? I promise they're not there to hurt you.
What's that?
Sounded like it came from the basement. We're not going to go down there yet.
Not yet.
Because we want to take the camera down with us and the equipment. Did you hear something?
No.
Weird feeling?
A little bit.
From Daisy's room?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go back in there then. I'm going to grab...
Daisy. Daisy, if you're in here, I know you're not a child, but if you're in here, could you push that stroller with the baby doll in it?
That's me. Did you grab the recorder? Daisy, if you're in here, I have this box and you might know how to use it, but we think that it can capture your voice. So I'm going to go ahead and set this box on this chair in the corner, if you can see the chair by the bathroom, and then you can speak to it. EVP Daisy's room, Bihl Manor, stepping away from the recorder. That was me, and we are still. Daisy, your house is beautiful. We understand that you were sick in this room. Is there something we can do to help? I'm not feeling too well myself. The changing of the seasons has left me hoarse. But I'm sure that's nothing compared to how sick you were in here.
Daisy, we heard your mother passed away in the foyer over there. What was her name?
Oh my goodness.
That's gonna be loud as hell.
Yeah. I can't stop. It's not one thing, it's the other. We have the stomach flu, one investigation. 2 investigations later, I'm dying of allergies. Or whatever. Not dying, of course. But suffering.
Yes.
EVP Daisy's room, Bihl Manor, stepping away from the recorder. And that was me. And we are still. Daisy, your house is beautiful.
What was that?
And we are still. Daisy, your house is beautiful. Daisy, your house is beautiful.
Oh no.
Strange.
Have to review the footage on the camera to know for sure what that was.
Daisy, your house is beautiful.
That was me. And we are still. Daisy, your house is beautiful. Nothing on EVP.
No, other than that strange sound at the beginning, I don't know what that was, but we'll have to cross-reference that.
Yeah, it could have been one of us moving, getting set still.
Could have been.
It's hard to say.
Here, you want to switch for a second?
Yeah, oh, he wants me to film now.
He's trying to give your voice a rest. Well, Daisy, or if there's any kids in here, look at this. Look at those cool lights. If I set this right here, can you walk over and make it do that? I'll give you a countdown. 3, 2, 1. You didn't do it. That's okay. What about this? Roll the ball to you. Now, could you roll it back? Imagine, like, your daughter has, like, this massive, beautiful mansion, and you come to visit, and you walk in the front door, and you just drop dead.
That would be
Like,
unfortunate.
that's just awful.
Mm-hmm.
Daisy, Mother Daisy, we're sorry that happened.
Mother Daisy?
I don't know Mother Daisy's name.
Daisy's mother, you mean?
Daisy's mother. I'm not laughing at your mom, Daisy. I just don't know how to speak. But maybe if there's somebody in here listening to us, you could go over and have a seat on the bottom of the stairs and maybe have a chat with us. Could you do that? What about Mr. Bihl? Mr. Bihl, are you here in the house still? Father Bihl, maybe?
What?
Just joking.
Is he a priest?
I don't think so. You know, there's rumors going around that in this cabinet right here, there are bones that somebody brought into the house. Is the spirit of that person, of these bones here in this house? We know they were for medical purposes and education, but come on over here.
We think we heard you over there. I'm trying so hard.
What?
I just got to get this out of my system and then we can listen for more noises. You said there's rumors, there's bones in this case. And I said, what a rumor. I can see them with my eyeballs.
Rumor has it, they're right there.
Rumor has it, my eyes don't deceive me. Okay, it's out of my system. It was hurting me so bad holding that in.
I'm a man with cognitive issues, and I can't construct a sentence most of the time, so I'm sorry if I'm offending anybody in the house. I don't mean to.
And I'm sorry that if I'm offending anyone in the house, it just cracks me up sometimes when he says things certain ways. I'm not making fun of him, I promise.
He's not.
We've known each other a long time, spent too much time together. We jest each other constantly. Did you ever know anyone well enough to jest with them constantly? Stomachs?
Guys, we got some rank Taco Bell. Okay, looky here. Look at my baby doll. We bring this
Why did you look at it?
Because I knew.
You looked at it before it even went off.
You want me to put her back? Do you want me to put you back? I'll put her back. Alright, I put her back. But what I was going to say is we take her around with us to every place that we go where we try to communicate with those who have passed away. And we invite anybody who's passed away that might remain on the property to attach themselves to the doll if they no longer want to be here. But you can't attach to us, just the doll. So if there are any spirits here in the house who would like to leave the house, you can attach yourself to the doll. That was a little weird.
That was. I was wondering why you looked back at it.
I could feel it.
How about this? Before we head down to the basement, maybe you feel intimidated by the fact that there's two of us standing here trying to talk to you. So if someone wants to come with me down to the basement for a chat, I'm going to walk down there by myself and leave Dave up here for a second. And I'm going to see if someone wants to come and maybe sit with me down there before Dave comes down with the other cameras and equipment. Or camera and equipments.
All right.
What do you think?
Ryan's going by himself.
Might be worth a shot, because if there are children, two adult men trying to speak to them might be a bit intimidating.
Yeah. Let me see. I'm just gonna... Oh, you can't hear me, never mind.
You're just gonna what?
I'm just gonna sit right here so I'm not moving a bunch
Okay.
and ruin your audio.
All right. Lights are out. Now the basement is an odd area because it's a place where they say that people have been scratched and... Oh, wow. That's low. So the basement is kind of an odd place because it's an area where they say people have been scratched and bitten by a curious child. Didn't happen to us last time we were here, but maybe it'll happen this time. Hello?
Okay, Ryan's downstairs. It's just me up here. Are you up here? If you're up here, can you touch that bright light that's in that wheelchair in the corner like you did earlier?
Is there anyone down here with me? I don't mean you any harm. I'm just down here to say hello. I'm here to talk. If anyone at all would like to say anything to me, I would be happy to listen. Can you touch these bells? Or maybe tap this bell?
If there's anybody up here with me, let me know somehow. Can you knock or roll one of these balls or...
I came down here just to make you feel a little bit more comfortable. I'm going to set this camera.
Now's your chance. If you could you push that baby carriage towards me? Could you just roll it over here for me?
I'm going to try and capture your voice on this one more time. Rolling basement, Ryan Solo. Can you hit that bell for me? Just like I did? My name is Ryan. What is your name?
Daisy, I really wish I knew what your mom's name is. So that I could address, or that we could address her properly.
Well, the only thing I captured was the sound of my stomach. So I'm going to put the recorder away. We'll refrain from using it until... Hello? Is there someone down here with me? Tap that bell. We'll refrain from using it until... We'll refrain from using it until... Hello?
If you'd like to hear some really nice music, could you stand in front of this table right here that I'm pointing at? It'll play some really nice music.
Can you give me a sign that you're down here with me? I can't see you. Can you move something to let me know where you are?
Mr. Bihl, are you here? This is a very beautiful home that you built here. If you're here, I would just like to acknowledge that to you. My friend Ryan's getting ready to come back up here. Before he comes up here, could you make one of these lights go off for me?
Didn't really have anything happen down here. Alone, I did an EVP session, was completely contaminated by the sound of my stomach gurgling. And didn't really experience anything in the short time I was down here alone, but We gotta bring some equipment down here. Maybe something will happen. Let's go find out if Dave had anything. Anything?
Quiet as a church mouse.
Yeah, same downstairs. I did an EVP session, didn't get anything, but then again, the whole thing was contaminated by the sound of my stomach gurgling. Here, hold this for a second. I want you to hear something.
My God.
That's all my stomach.
Are you okay? Good Lord. That's kind of wild. I tried to talk to Daisy. I tried to talk to Mr. Bihl. I tried to talk to Daisy's mother. And it was quiet up here. I thought I had heard a noise, but it was the fridge kicking on.
Oh.
So.
Well, let's move some of this equipment and that camera down to the basement.
Let's do it.
And see what happens. All right, so we're officially down here in the basement. We wanted to get started with this basement session by doing something different. We're here at Bihl Manor. We've investigated the basement before, and in fact, I think I remember when we were down here last time, we didn't have much happen, but there's some new items down here that may stir up some activity. I don't know. Carlo went to Bobby Mackey's Music World before they tore it down when they were auctioning things off, and he bought some items, as we said earlier. Carl Lawson's chair, his door, his window blinds. So bringing objects from one of the most famous nightclubs that is allegedly haunted in America into the Bihl Manor might stir something up. I'm not saying that it will, or it has, but it could. And we'd be remiss if we didn't investigate and test the theory. So is there anyone here in the basement that has any relation to these objects right here? There's a box in the chair that we think you can use
Rust.
to speak through. Rust. I thought it said...
Puddle. Conditions.
Might have to move that off of the chair, depending. The static of the fabric might be setting off the... If it keeps speaking too many words, I'll set it up on the pool table beside the chair, but... My name is Ryan, this is Dave. We came down here to talk to anyone. Anyone who wants to speak to us. What's your name? Name.
Disregard. The triangle.
We're disregarding the triangle. I thought I heard something. I don't know if it was an echo of my voice, so let me test it. Name! Yes.
Okay.
It was the echo of my voice.
Carl Lawson, are you attached to any of those items from your apartment?
We know Carl was very active in the paranormal world, in the idea of the paranormal. Carl had many stories.
You know, I'm not one to personally believe that Bobby Mackey's is haunted, but maybe you've stayed with your items.
Can anyone come through that and tell us your name?
We also put up a doll in the room on the other side. If any of the kids would like that doll, you're welcome to play with it.
The doll's in your playroom.
Hello, is there anybody down here with us? There's a bright orange light right in the middle of the room. Can you go up and touch that to let us know you're here?
I'm pointing at it.
Again, my name is Dave and that's Ryan, and we just came down here to talk to anybody who might be down here with us. We're friendly gentlemen.
And we're just curious about the other side. We're curious about what happens after this. We're curious if anyone can speak to us from a different time or from a different existence.
Filter. Providence.
Are you from a filtered Providence?
If you're trying to figure out how to use that to make the words that you want, you can make it say a few more words. We won't be mad, even if they don't make any sense.
Erase.
Just like that. Erase we. There is no we. There is only you. That's why we're here. We're here for you. You're the star of this show. We travel all over the world to places that are said to be mysterious. To speak to people like you.
Desk. 100.
There's no desk down here. Let me step out of here for a second and give it some space. What?
Ran into the door.
Oh. I always found this to be a really cool laundry chute.
Mm-hmm. Listen to that music. Isn't that cool? That was Dave.
Sorry. This room has multicolored walls. It has like a, what is it, a blue wall and a red wall?
Yeah. Blue wall, red wall. This was supposed to be their, I guess, indoor playroom at a time. Kids, it's almost Halloween. Are you excited? What are you going to go as? If you're excited to go trick or treating, let us know by touching that bright light in front of the chair there. It's on the floor. I don't know what I'm going to do for Halloween. Might dress up as something.
Try to qualm your enthusiasm.
Maybe I'll go as Peter Griffin. Or...
Yeah, they know who that is. Yeah, 2000s cartoon, late 90s, early 2000s cartoon.
Maybe I'll go as Winnie the Pooh.
That's right, no pants and a shirt. He's gonna Winnie the Pooh it.
What do you guys think I should go as? What do you guys think I should dress up for Halloween? Leave a comment down below. Come on, doesn't anybody want to play? Am I going to hit my head on anything?
Not that I can see.
Okay. Does anybody want to play? I got a domino. Maybe that's what I could do for Halloween. I'll go as Fats Domino.
1.
What was that?
That wasn't your stomach?
No. That came from down the hallway.
Unlock.
Come on down. We're in here talking about Halloween.
Dave's naming people who I have no idea who they are.
Fats Domino is a singer.
Am not.
That's what that was.
That was the Ovilus saying something.
Yeah. I'm gonna go check it out.
Yeah, might have given you a costume suggestion.
Maybe.
Dark.
It said unlock, and then it said am not, and then it just said dark.
Disease.
Dark disease?
One is the plague?
Do you want Dave to go as a plague doctor? Can you please use that to say a word or a name or a phrase that will let us know who you are? And not just random words like it has been?
Slave.
You're a slave? We also know that there was a huge battle that took place here on this land during the War of 1812. Also, former President Rutherford B. Hayes lived across the street. Is there a soldier here? Or possibly the president himself?
Most.
Close.
I thought it said most.
Oh.
It did say most.
Oh.
I'm going to leave all of these in, and I want everyone in the comments to give me a count of how many times Dave has asked to take the camera from me.
We're coming back in.
Here comes Winnie the Pooh.
Here I...
I literally caught that on camera.
I thought it was a spider.
Nope, just a hanging cord, man.
All right. If any of the kids here want to play a joke on me, I'm terrified of spiders, as you can see. I just thought that a hanging wire was a spider. So, do with that what you will. Look at those bright lights. Did you know you can do that too if you just walk over and touch the top of it? Could you do that for me?
Disc. Mustard.
Could you touch that thing? It doesn't hurt, look. It's fine. We'd really like to see if somebody could make that light up for us, because we've never had that happen yet. So whoever wants to be the first one to make that light up, go up and touch it. We just don't want anybody in here, any of the children in here, to think that we're being mean or that we're upset or anything like that. We're just down here to play with these lights and talk to you.
All right, I've got a tile in my hand. Let me see. Can you go over to that box in the next room and tell it how many dots are on this tile?
Aqua.
This is a fun game. It's like telephone. You can run over and try and make that box say that number. Can you see how many are on it? If you can do that, we'll bring some candy in tomorrow before we leave. We promise. And we'll leave it in this room for you. It is very strange how quiet it's been.
Mm-hmm.
Even just the surroundings of the house, or even just like the noises of the house.
Cake.
Hardly any creaks or pops or footsteps or movement or knocking or...
Yeah, it's been really quiet.
The only thing we have is... the only thing we've had is the Mel meter going off just 2 times.
Yeah, that's true.
And Dave workshopping Halloween costumes.
Yeah. That and perhaps whatever we caught on abandonment.
If anything.
If anything.
Not to be a killjoy, but it doesn't seem like anything's going to happen tonight at Bihl Manor. It's been very, very quiet. And we have another investigation that we're going to be taking part in tomorrow night. So stay tuned for that in next week's episode when we investigate a location that's only ever been investigated by one other paranormal team. We're really excited for that. And we also wanted to take this moment to say we apologize for the sniffling, for the sounds, for the stomachs. We really hadn't been feeling that great on this investigation between the awful food that we ate and then my allergies. Ugh, it's been a hell of a ride.
Yeah, it's been an interesting one.
But we hope you had fun no matter what. We hope, even though we didn't capture paranormal activity on this video, that you enjoyed yourself, you enjoyed watching us, and we hope that maybe at some point in the video you might have chuckled or laughed a little bit. That's what it's all about, because paranormal investigations, you don't always get paranormal activity. This is the reality of the paranormal. You come into a lot of these haunted locations or allegedly haunted locations, or alleged haunted locations, I should say, and sometimes you sit around and talk to yourself all night with nothing happening, and that's okay. We want to show you these videos so that you know that this is the reality of the paranormal. We want to upload these videos of no paranormal activity to normalize it, so if you go out and investigate on your own, you don't expect to have non-stop action like you see on other channels or TV shows or content creators. This is the reality. This is the paranormal. We want you guys to be happy with that and understand you can have fun doing this without having every night be the scariest night of your life.
Very true.
We hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked what you saw, if you liked this absolute travesty of an investigation, hit that like button. And if you watched all the way to the end of the video, make sure you comment down below and say, Dave, calm down. It's just a wire hanging from the ceiling. And that'll trigger him every time he reads the comments because he'll take it personally every single time. We'll see you guys in the next episode, on the next adventure, at the next location.
You want to film? On our paranormal quest. Bye!
Hey, if you enjoyed that episode, maybe click on one of these other videos and watch some more. If you want to subscribe to the channel, click on this button right down below. We want to thank all of our YouTube members and Patreon supporters for making all of this possible. And we'll see you next time.